Welcome to the first session from the Staff Development Unit. Today we will talk about the concept of faculty development and why it is the road less traveled. First of all, I would like to start with a very good paper from American Journal of Pharmaceutical Education. In the paper titled "Faculty Development: Who, What, Why, Where, When, and How," they spoke about the concept of why we need developing and why this is something in the core of our academic institution. So, as an academic, whether you are a new faculty staff member or in your mid career or in your end of career, uh, there are a lot of things that you need to develop throughout the time. So, new faculty members, they often arrive with well-developed skills as practitioners, or they got their residency, or as a researcher, they got their PhD, but few have received formal training as teacher, and also fewer still have had formal training as an academic administrator or as leaders. And this is not only in new staff member, also for mid-career or maybe end of career staff member, they don't have the formal training that they have, the same level of formal training they have in their PhD or in their residency. A guide from the Association of Medical Education in Europe, which is one of the gold standard of for academic institution. They made a guide about faculty development yesterday, today, and tomorrow, in which they emphasized the evolving role of medical teacher. And you can see for the 12 rules that was stated by Hardin before that, now the teacher is not only teaching. Teaching alone involve 12 jobs. Like he should be a role model, an information provider, a resource developer, a planner, an assessor, a facilitator. And they give an example of one of the department, like family medicine. It's not one kind of faculty appointment. No, there is a teacher administrator, there is an educator, there is a researcher, there is a teacher clinician, and so on. And each one of them has their own need. So they put out competencies for everything, and I highlighted here only the competencies for the teaching. So they put out 12 competencies for, and this was for the doctors as a teacher. So you can see teach in large and small groups, and there are 7 tasks in this alone: teach in clinical settings, and so on. Plan, learning, assess, trainee, and so on. And they emphasize in that guide as well how the faculty development programs have evolved throughout the time, started from the 70s of the last century till today, how it moved from only, okay, I want to improve the teaching skills of my staff, till, okay, I want to let them know the different learning theory. I want them know to how to foster collaboration, interprofessional education, and so on. And the practice point at the end, or we can say that the key points that okay, the faculty development is no more a luxury; it's an imperative for each medical and of course pharmacy school. And they put out a guideline on which how we can implement a good faculty development program. But what are the barriers to these faculty development programs? There was a systematic review published, and they conclude that many factors may impede faculty development, ranging from maybe unsupportive leadership. There's no much involvement of the board of the college. Resistant to change from the faculty member themselves. Lack of faculty motivation. There is no proper motivation for staff member to improve or to develop themselves. And lastly, unwillingness of faculty member to acknowledge deficiency in their teaching abilities, knowledge, and skills. Not only abroad, but also in the country, a research paper published by Dr. Hussein Al-Qahtani from Al-Haras Al-Watani. It was, again, experience from Saudi Arabia, barriers to faculty development program for medical education. And you can see that some of the participants were from Al-Qura University as well. And the barriers that were in that paper, it included an institutional related barriers and a personal related barriers, and they rank them from the highest barrier to the lowest barrier. So there was more than 10. I just included the top 10 barriers, like in the institution: inadequacy of management and organizational support, inadequacy of support from the department, and so on, insufficient qualified academic staff member to conduct the faculty development program, lack of adequate staff support, lack of direction and connection to the department, unequal opportunities for improvement, and so on. And from the personal perspective, resistant to change, volume of work and lack of time, and so on. In the inadequacy of faculty partnership in decision making, pressure of work, lack of reward of teaching, lack of recognition, lack of faculty motivation. And I will share both papers, those three papers, with the email that we'll send to everyone. And how this will affect the curriculum, which is the most important thing for us, how this affect the curriculum. You can see that it will affect that the barriers here will be lack of follow-up activities. The staff member will not have the same motivation and the same type of engagement if he doesn't or she doesn't know exactly the importance of the things that he is doing because of insufficient training. Maybe there wasn't a proper needs assessment for his or her needs. So how to do the planning and implementing faculty development? Again, from the guide, there are 5 steps to do a proper faculty development program in any college. It starts with the needs assessment. You know your problem, and then you try to assess what people needs, and then you put the goals and specific measurable objectives. You make your educational strategies, how you are going to implement this faculty development program. And this is different from college to college, from situation to situation, from institution to institution. And then how you are going to implement and how you are going to evaluate and give a feedback on your program. And why we are showing you what are the steps of the faculty development, because actually we want everyone to be involved with us. We want everyone to be engaged. So when we ask you for something, you are helping us so that you can help yourself as well. And you will see throughout the year that the unit is involving the staff member in every decision the unit is making. I will only here talk about the needs assessment and how we are going to evaluate our work and how we are going to take a feedback about our work. And the rest, we will leave it to the next sessions when we move from the needs assessment to the goal and the educational strategies. So needs assessment is actually the most important thing, because now I want to know what this ex-doctor wants to improve or wants to develop in his academic career. And we are different in our entry level, we are different in experience, we are different in teaching styles, we are different in even how we approach our students. So what suits someone in one department may be different from other in other department. And also we need to make sure that whatever we are doing is related to the faculty vision, the faculty mission, and the college board, what the college board looks for the future for the college. So, so this is how we are going to do the needs assessment, and I will go back to the needs assessment in 2 minutes. The last thing was the evaluation and feedback. We will use a famous model called Kirkpatrick model, where we are not going only to do evaluation based on the participants' satisfaction or the change in the attitude. We will also look for changing behavior of our staff member. We will look for the results, how this impact our student and our institution, and we will have a detailed session about how we are going to check and make sure that our programs or tailor the program in the near future that will have a proper evaluation and feedback. So, moving on to the needs assessment, and this is what we need all staff members to be involved with us, how we are going to tailor the faculty development program in our college. As I said, we need to balance between individual needs and institution needs. So what we want you as a staff member to fill this survey. We made a survey based on a benchmarking from two universities, one in US and one in Australia. That this is a formal survey that will go for each staff member to assess the rating of your skills and knowledge in every thing, whether it's in teaching, whether it's in administration, whether in its scholar activities, whether it's in technology and cybersecurity, so that to know, what do you think of yourself? You will each one will go and make a self-assessed skills and knowledge level. So you put a circle, whether it's low, whether it's a mastery, and then each staff member will check. Okay, is this a high priority for me, or a medium priority, or a low priority? And finally, what do you think of your department or your college as a total? Do you think that this priority, maybe it's high for you, but you think maybe for the rest it's not that important? So we will want for each of these items, to have your input and tell us what do you think about each one of these skills, so that we can know and we can tailor our program based on your needs. And it will not only be based on the staff member needs. We will do a matching between the staff member needs and the college board needs. So the college might say, okay, you know what, I need more simulation because I want to move towards simulation, or I need more technology based type of session because I want to move forward to this area, or maybe I want more preceptorship. I want more to be involved in this part, so I need more programs devoted for preceptorship, and so on. So we will match between the college board vision of the needs assessment and the individual needs of the needs assessment. And these are the items. And finally, we made an open-ended questions for those who want to tell us more, who want to put further ideas, untraditional programs than the one that we have made from the benchmarked survey. The survey will be online. It is already out there on the Al College of Pharmacy website. So you can fill it, and the link will be sent to you, or you can scan it from here. Thank you so much. I tried to make it less than 15 minutes, and hopefully we will see everyone filling this survey and helping us moving forward.